League is a game that is meant to be played by turns. You go for the ball, make your play, and let your teammate take over while you reposition. Many will say that the only correct way to do this is by rotating FARPOST, but is this true? Let me tell you, it's not. FARPOST has been the golden rule for years, but as any rule, it can be broken. So thinking that this is the only way we can rotate is like believing that the tip of the iceberg is the whole of it, while the most important part is hiding underneath. So that's exactly where we will dive into. I will break down rotations so you can understand why we rotate, why FARPOST is good as a base, and when we can break this rule to gain an advantage. For the ones that don't know me, I'm Stolen, RLCS and CRL coach, and in my more than 500 paid coaching sessions, I discovered multiple tricks that I grouped in 4 categories so you can understand the rotation iceberg. This video is sponsored by DBHubs. Level 1, the tip of the iceberg. It is pretty simple. Just divide the field into halves and use the FARPOST as your reference points to rotate. If the ball is on the right, the FARPOST will be on the left, and if the ball is on the left, the FARPOST is on the right. But the problem is that this is not that accurate. Level 2, instead of viewing the FARPOST as the finish line of our rotation, we should use it as a reference. Imagine a line extending from the FARPOST to the post across the field. We will aim to cross this line before rotating back rather than rotating in the middle of the play and then going to the FARPOST. By doing this, we will not get into our teammates' way, get a potential demo on the second man from the opponent team. There will be more boosts available since the majority of the players will be on the other side. And especially the most important thing is that it always allows you to face the play when you are going to make a cut and still keep your momentum. But all this wouldn't really work with the right teammates. If you want to find out the ones that really care about the game as much as you do, the best place is DBHubs. This is a Discord community where you can learn a lot about the game and meet people that is interested in that too. You can also subscribe for a really low price and get access to more than 10 coaching sessions a month from top tier coaches, including me. So if you're interested, click the link on the description. Level 3. What positions should we cover and which are the best ways to get to those positions? Let's take a closer look to which areas you should defend. The first concept is one that I came up with, and I call it cut the rope. Imagine that the ball is tied up to the center of your net by an invisible rope. You must always have someone in that position to cut the line, because if you don't do that, the ball will go straight in. In case you are in extreme defense, meaning here, and the attack is coming from the side, you should be defending it almost from inside your net. This is because from your opponent's perspective, he has no angle to shoot around you. What do we do if our teammate is already cutting that rope? Well, we can do 2 things. Defend the mid pass. Opponents cannot play your last man with a quick pass, so covering this outcome is crucial. Or we can just go for a backboard defense. Shots off the backboard are tricky to read from underneath the ball, and your teammate in net won't have any momentum to challenge effectively, so save his back. Both options let you cut rotation and set up a counterattack either by receiving a pass or pushing forward. Your choice will depend both on your teammate's positioning and your opponent's positioning as well. So how can we decide? Well, let's say it on level 4. You have to look at what your opponents are attacking and what your teammates are defending. And based on that, you should prioritize the most threatening option out of them all. The bull rope, as mentioned previously, it's a thing that you should always be defending unless your opponent has little to no chance of scoring from that position. Cover the net when your teammate is challenging on the corner. If your teammate is committing on the corner, just stay in net. This will allow you to defend a straight shot, commit on the wall if your teammate loses a challenge, or just block the second man's shot after an infield pass. And what happens if we have a teammate on the wall / the corner and a teammate in net? Well, you can position near to the FARPOST line, but further away from the net. What this allows you to do is to cover the following things. First of all, the mid pass. Cover this when an opponent is positioned for a mid pass and their first man has the angle to make it happen, or or a challenge to the middle is imminent. The backboard. Defend this when the opponent is about to boom the ball if he has control high on the wall or if it's already in the air. Counterattack. As mentioned before, you can cut and start a counterattack whenever you see your teammate about to boom the ball away or start an aerial and you're sure that he's beating the first man. This last part is the most important. Make sure that he's beating the opponent's first man. As you can see, there are many scenarios that we can face in this game, but the best way to do it is always with a consistent team. So make sure to check out DBHubs Discord. If you like content like this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't lose next Friday's video. And if you're interested, click here to learn how to play around corners. With anything else to say, thanks for watching and see you next time.